So are we excited? Are we happy?
Yes.
Yes. And can you feel the presence of the Lord?
Yes.
Amen. So, last week, Rev had a prophecy, right? Do we remember the prophecy for 2025 for all of us, for the Zion family?
Double portion.
Double portion, right? And she said one more thing, uncommon favor and blessings. Amen. So that uncommon favor, it just took my attention, and I went back and I started researching on what do you mean by uncommon favor. How can we get that uncommon favor in our lives? Amen. So I'm not going to talk about this uncommon favor today. Amen.
Yes.
And this favor is not very new. If you look at the pattern of the Bible, every great person had received that favor, and then he did that great thing. Okay, you see Noah, he got favor from the Lord, and then by faith he built that ark. Right?
Yes.
David got favor from the Lord. He was appointed by Prophet Samuel, and then he went and defeated Goliath. Daniel, he got favor from the Lord. Abraham, he got the favor from the Lord. Amen. So that is the kind of favor that Rev is talking about. Okay, so we will receive this favor in 2025, and what we'll do is we'll do great and mighty things. Amen. Do we believe it? I'm so excited about 2025, and the joy is already there in my heart. And I believe that is going to be a blessed 2025 for all of us. Amen. What do you mean by favor? Anyone? What do you mean by favor first?
Some help.
Some help. It's like a special treatment given to you. Right? It's a special treatment. You don't deserve, but you still get that special treatment. For example, in the office, I'm not that kind of guy who will butter the boss and be in front of him, but still I believe that in the next year, I am going to get favor and promotion in my office. Amen? Do we believe it?
Yes.
And business as well, right? So we know the news that the market is not good, share market is going down, realty market is going down, right? So do we believe in that bad news, or do we believe in the prophecy made by her? What do you believe? So where will our promotion come from?
God.
From God, right? Whether the market situation is good, it is bad, but we still will prosper. Amen? Yes? And I believe when I see people around, there are some people who are still struggling, right? They're struggling in their life. They're doing their main job, they're doing their side hustles, they're doing everything. Right? But still they don't have that peace, they don't have that kind of prosperity, right? And I believe when you get connected to the Lord, and if you spend time in the presence of the Lord, you don't have to struggle in life. Do you believe that?
Yes.
Right? So Bible says that there is no toil, right? When you work, you don't have to work hard to prosper in life. Do we believe that? Amen?
Yes.
I believe that. I used to, in my previous day, believer age, I used to work for like 12 and 14 hours. 14 hours, I'm not kidding. 14 hours I used to work, and still I did not have the peace in my heart. I did not have the prosperity. Money used to come and used to go. There was a leakage, right? But when I became a believer, okay, there was some kind of favor on my life, and though the work reduced in my life, the salary went on increasing, and there was no leakage. The leakage in your money, there's a leakage, right? Satan tries to steal your money. So he tries to steal your money in the form of sickness. He will try to steal your money in the form of expenses, right? That leakage just stopped. And though I was working a little less, I was earning more. And that money used to stay with me. Amen?
Amen.
Do we believe this will happen to us in 2025? Amen?
Yes.
1 Samuel chapter 16 verse 7.
But the Lord said to Samuel, "Do not consider his appearance or his height, for I have rejected him. The Lord does not look at the things people look at. people look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart.
Amen. The Lord looks at the heart. So the crux of the sermon, okay, if you don't listen to anything, but if you just listen to this line, that Lord looks at your heart. Amen. Right? So there are so many prophecies which are going on, like the blessings are coming, this is coming, that is coming, mighty. But the Lord is always looking at your heart. Amen? Amen. So let's look at the chapter of Daniel. Okay. I love this guy. This is my favorite chapter. Okay. So this Daniel was a young boy, right? So he was taken as a slave by the people of Babylonians, right? So he went to Babylon and he was a slave. So how should be a slave? A slave should be in a very miserable condition, right? No food to eat. And during those days, slaves were like, they were, what they were? Ill-treated, correct, right. And they were made to work and build those tombs, right? They had no food to eat, they had no water to drink. So that was the condition of a slave, okay? But this Daniel, he found favor in the eyes of the Lord. And when you find favor in the eyes of the Lord, what happens? Your life changes, right?
Yes.
So he was a slave, but how was he treated? He was chosen to be in the palace, right? He was given the best of the food. He was given the best of the drinks, right? Amen. So that is the kind of situation. When you have your favor of the Lord, your life changes completely. And that is what happened with me as well, right? And I can speak about favor because I've seen favor in my life. It is not for 1 year, it's been years, okay? 2018 that happened, 2019 I became a pastor, 2020 I got married, 2021 sweet grace happened to me, to us, sorry. I'm taking the credit. 2022 our business flourished. We had like so many orders. 2023 my wife conceived, and 2024 was the biggest favor that we got. We got baby lamb. Amen?
Amen.
So you see that trend, okay? There's been favor. The favor increases. So there is this verse in the Bible, right? Jesus increased with age and wisdom, and also with favor with men and with God. So that favor, it can be increased, it can be decreased. Amen? Do we believe this?
Yes.
So if you see, generally there are some people who have like more things and some people have less things, right? So that favor, the level of favor is different in different people's life. And why that favor is different in different people is because of the condition of your heart. Amen? Yes. Right? So if you look at this story of Daniel, so Daniel, now he is in the palace. He's supposed to be a slave, right? He's supposed to be in a miserable situation, but suddenly he's getting the wine, he's getting all the good food to eat. So what could most of us do? I'm very proud, right? I'm very happy. चलो यार कुछ तो मिल रहा है, नहीं क्या? खा लो, पी लो और अच्छे से जी लो, right? That's the mentality. But if you see Daniel's life, he didn't have a heart for the blessing, but he had a heart for the Lord. Amen?
Amen.
He didn't have a heart for the blessing, but he had a heart for the Lord. So what did he do there? In the palace, he said, no, I'm not going to eat and drink this food. I'm not going to drink, right? But what I'll do is be in the presence of the Lord and obey the Lord. Amen?
Amen.
Right? Do you see this? So Daniel was given all the favor, but his heart was still on the Lord. And he said that I am going to obey the Lord and I will not eat and drink the food which is offered to me. Right? I will not, it says, Bible says that I will not defile myself. Amen. And what he did is, he ate vegetables and he just drank water. Amen. So in 2025, when we get blessed, how will our reaction be? Right? Will we be like Daniel, still be focused on the Lord, or are we going to take that blessings and just enjoy our life. And in the 6 years, I've seen a lot of people in the church. They've come, they've gone. Before coming to the church, they were in a miserable situation. We've seen that, right? And as soon as they came to the church, they got favor from the Lord, and they took that favor and they left the church. Because their heart was not on the Lord, but it was on the blessings. Right? Amen. Amen?
Amen.
And I always say that God should be given the priority, the first priority. I said last time also that it's like a cliche. But it's very important, right? We should give God the priority. Very, very simple example I want to share is like if we have a very, very important meeting, what do we do? Very important meeting which is at 11 o'clock on a Saturday. What will we do? Very, very important business meeting at 11 o'clock. What will we do?
Before time.
We reach
Before time.
at 10:30,
Yes.
right? 10:30 we'll reach. But do we reach on time out here? For people, job के लिए, if there is a very, very important client coming at 11 o'clock on a Saturday and your boss says that I want you guys to be on 11 o'clock, what will you do? मैं तो 10 बजे जाके रुक जाएगा, right? But do we come at 11 o'clock, most of us? No. So though we say that Lord is our priority, okay, but somewhere down the line, we are not giving that priority to the Lord, right? Our heart is not for the Lord, but our heart is for the blessings. Amen?
Yeah.
Amen? We're not realizing it, right? So if it is your father's house and you say that Lord is your priority, so your heart has to be for the Lord, right? You need to check, there are so many things that we need help on, right? We need help with the system, we need help with the worship team, we need help with the chairs, we need someone to come early in the morning, right? But if you say that you have the heart for the Lord and this is your Lord's house, this is your Father's house, you're not here for the blessings, you're here for Him, but I don't see that fire in people. I don't see that urgency and that worry about the house of the Lord in their lives. Amen? Is it true?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so if you see Daniel was given that favor, but he did not take that favor. He said, no, I will still obey the Lord. And you see his life after that. Okay, even if you see the story, he did the entire plot, right? He put that dream in that king's mind. And then Daniel could interpret that, and everything happened, and he became the governor of that land. Amen?
Yeah.
So he was a slave, right? And now he's the governor of that land. And Lord exalted him because, why he exalted him? Because he could trust Daniel with all the blessings. He could say that, okay, if I give blessings to Daniel, he will not run away, but he will stick there and he will still serve me. Amen?
Amen.
Do we get this?
Yes.
Yes. And he kept on testing. Daniel was tested also. There was another story where when he was serving King Darius, right? So there was a decree which happened, and the king said that for 30 days only you will worship me. You have to worship only the king and not anyone else. And this was told to Daniel as well. Correct? So imagine you in that situation. So I am the governor, I have all the power, I have all the authority, I have everything. Okay, I have servants, I have food, and the kingdom, half the kingdom listens to me. Amen? And in that situation, if there is a decree which comes that only for 30 days just worship the king and ignore the Lord, what would you do? Most of us would take that, right? We would bargain with the Lord and say, Lord, sirf 30 दिन की तो बात है नहीं क्या? I will give double portion of worship later on. And क्या? We will try and negotiate with the Lord. But what happened out here is Daniel was still, his heart was for the Lord. So he said, come what may, even if I lose my governorship, I lose my wealth, I lose everything, I will still worship the true living God.
Yes.
And Lord was very faithful. In the lion's den he was put. He got him out of that den. And then in the later chapter, it says that Daniel prospered more. Amen? Daniel prospered more. Okay? So in this 2025, what Lord is going to do is He's going to give you a favor. And He will check your heart. How does He react? And if you're still there with the Lord and trust the Lord, then He will set the path for your greatness. Amen. So this 2025, as you prepare, most important thing is to ask your heart. Okay? Why do you want the blessings? Do you want the blessings for yourself or your selfish desires? Do you want the blessings to serve the Lord? Amen. And there's this one last question that you need to ask. So Lord has planned your 2025 beautifully. March, I will give you this. May, I will give you this. April, I will give you this. Right? He has a plan for you. What is your plan for the Lord in 2025? Right? Do you have a plan that in Feb I'm going to do this for the Lord? In March I'm going to do it. June I'm going to do. You have that plan? So in 2025, as we prepare, there are two questions that you need to ask. Where is your heart? Is it for the Lord or is it for your blessings? And the second question is, do you have the plan for the Lord? Amen? Amen? We got this right? That's about